Dude, I want to tell you, by the way, right before about an hour ago, before I had you on, I was sitting there thinking, because again, you are a noted comedian. You're a stand-up comic. Like you
Yeah,
do it for real, for real. You're not just somebody that
right.
says you do it. But
I'm
as
not
I was
I'm not an internet comedian or like
right.
I'm not funny man. I'll just say it.
You're not Dane Cook, right? Pretty much.
Yeah.
But anyway, so you're a legit comic. But the thing I was thinking about like an hour before we came on, for some reason this came to my head. I'm a big Disney guy, and I was thinking about Finding Nemo, where they asked me, "Was like, hey, you're a clownfish, right? Say something funny." Like, how often do people tell you, like, when they find out you're a comic, like, "Hey, man, tell me a joke," and you're like, what do you want me
It's
to
the
do? Like,
worst.
what do you want me to
Yeah.
say?
So like I think that's like that cliche I think is so real for some comedians, and it's like it's always people that like it's like your grandpa's Facebook group. That's the kind of people that do that, and it's like it's never no person that's ever said to me is a person I've ever wanted to have a conversation with. You just like can tell like flat out like point blank like at the beginning of the conversation, I'm like, well, I'm not gonna get along with this person. Yeah, that's the worst because just whatever. It happens like when I first started doing it. It's been like 9 years, and your family will start doing that, especially at like Christmas and stuff like that, which is like not bad in terms of not having to argue about politics and stuff like
Right.
Thanksgiving, but like me telling my like crappy, dirty jokes or whatever it would be is not the best like table talk. I'll just say it.
Yeah, I remember you were talking about the as far as the dirty jokes concerned. You obviously went on ESPN. I just want to get your take on that because listen, I mean, and anybody in sports media, I mean, mine for sure. It's definitely my dream to go on ESPN at 5:30 in the morning during a Korean baseball game. It just, I feel like that's got to be the pinnacle right there. But no, seriously, it was awesome. You posted the bit, and it was actually really really funny.
I appreciate that.
Just talk about that experience, though. Again, I know talking to those guys, they do a great job, but I'm sure that had to be pretty cool for you to get the airtime on ESPN.
Yeah, man, that was like you just said, anybody that like is doing this type of work or kind of career and stuff like that, and I think guys like us that are kind of self starters and figured out a way to do it in place of doing more like mundane career work, it's a dream, man.
Actual hard work and manual
Yeah,
labor.
that's what I wanted to say. Yeah, I think that was actually in the bit.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where it's always been a dream of mine, and I was just very, very fortunate. I've been very fortunate with this job in general. I was a bartender for years and years and years. I literally met my boss and my fiance at that bar.
Mm.
Like doing this job that I hated, they both just randomly came in, and it did like two things that obviously changed my life. But the stuff with SDS, we met Tom Hart, who's a broadcaster on there,
right.
and hilarious dude. And him and I become friends because he lives in Atlanta. So he called me like a couple weeks ago. He's like, "Hey man, do you want to come on and do stand up during like one of the Korean baseball broadcasts?" And I was like, at like 5:30 in the morning, and he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Yeah, sure, Tom." And I thought he was kidding. Like 1,000%
Hey,
thought he was
good
joking
joke,
around.
man. Good joke.
Yeah. So then he like calls me back and was like, sorry, I can't do it this week. You got bumped for Tim Kirkchin. And I was like, what are you talking about? And so then the following week he followed up, and I just kind of thought it would fall by the wayside and not happen. And they brought me on. And so I was on there for like 20 minutes, and it was like a dream come true to be on ESPN, no matter what time of day it was. And I did like a 2-minute bit about just how I think baseball players in the 20s are trash besides maybe Babe Ruth. And it was awesome. It was a lot of fun, man. It was a lot of fun.